But like, I wonder is that something that those people have in them anyway, or is it something that the things that they've been exposed to, like the privilege that they have now, makes them feel like they are able to like transcend like the laws of man?
So I've done a little bit of research on this for a different, very serious project, a documentary I'd like to produce one day, or maybe even docu-series about this kind of thing. And it seems like it's a mixture of three different things, and two of those are nature, one of those is nurture. So sometimes with these people, and now I am overgeneralizing, people like, rapists, serial killers, bad business people that like make like Bernie Madoffs and what have you, um
People with bad ethics.
yeah, predators, and specifically the psychopathic ones. There is generally, um on the nature side, genetic predispositions. There are a collection of genes known as the warrior genes, and it's a crazy amount, like a crazy selection of genes. Some of them are also what they call the daredevil genes. These genes, some of them, you get a high amount of dopamine along with adrenaline. Like when you get an adrenal response, you get a dopamine response. Now, Joe, something
Hmm.
tells me you're something like me, where when you get an adrenaline spike, tummy upset. Because that's
Generally.
that's me. Like when I don't like adrenaline, I don't like that kind of stuff. Now, I don't like risky behavior unless, of course, like, roller coasters, what have you. I'm sure this is something that exists on a spectrum. Um, then there's also one where it's just less inhibitions, like you just, that part of your brain that has inhibitions and impulse control is just not there. And some of this overlaps with like addiction and stuff. And so again, not to say
Hmm.
that all of these genes are turned on all at once. It's you have so many of these genes out of so many of them that kind of makes you more of an antisocial person. Um, there are these genes that, again, the risky behavior, trying to think, there are more. So folks, if you Google daredevil genes, warrior genes, like, you'll find this whole rabbit hole. But what's funny, and this is why you got to be careful, and it's, I remember a geneticist told me about this, but the another one of these genes that in this set, when it's turned on, it's the gene for male pattern baldness. So it's like,
Oh, great.
right, which again is not to say like all bald people are psychos or whatever, but it's like there's this big mix of genes, and that's why it's so chaotic and hard to predict and hard to really, you know, do any pre-crime on or what have you. These so there are those genetic predispositions to being a psychopath, and then there are the nurture, which is trauma is a big thing.
Hmm.
Just any kind of trauma, I mean, people are like,
Majorly.
oh,